Namaste, Shasrekal Adab, Ram Ram and Salam Alaikum everyone. I'm Gajanan and today I'm going to talk about how exactly NGOs function. So first of all, what does this abbreviation NGO stands for? It stands for non-governmental organization. So NGOs are a part of civil society organizations, or we can call them civil societies. So what are civil societies? Civil societies are the collection of either individuals, groups or organizations that have a common motto, and that is the betterment of the society. So these are independent of either business sector or the government sector. So what are the examples of the CSOs, that is non-governmental organizations, that we are going to discuss? There are different community-based organizations, there are different volunteer groups, there are different advocacy groups and various movements. So as a part of our curriculum, what we had to do is that we had to do an internship with an NGO for near about a month. So the NGO that I worked with is Yuva Mitra organization, headquartered at Sinnar, Nashik in the state of Maharashtra. So I wouldn't be going into the too much details of facts and figures of the organization because of the possible breach of the confidentiality of the organization. Rather, I'll be using this organization as a reference to make you understand how exactly a particular NGO works. So the project that I was involved in as an intern was an integrated sustainable development project. So it was implemented in a Khalkwa cluster in the Nandurbar district in the state of Maharashtra. So what happened is government came up with a tender of mobilizing 15 crore rupees for the term of 3 years. So lot of organizations, they came up with their SOPs and they submitted it to the that special wing of the government for the tribal development sector. And out of them, the organization that was selected was Yuva Mitra organization. So now I'll be giving you the overview of the function of this NGO with respect to the mobilization of the money given by the government. So I'll be sharing with you all my presentations. Welcome to an integrated approach to the development. As you can see this is the map of Akkalkwa cluster in the district Nandurbar in the state of Maharashtra. The whole project was implemented in 4 parts. The first part is agriculture, the second part is watershed management, the third part is livelihood, and the fourth part is the institutional building. Let's move on to the first part, which is livestock based livelihood. So the objectives of the project were creating the livelihood opportunities for economically backward tribal women, to provide the tribal women with the rightful means of income by increasing the professionalism of goat rearing businesses, creating a system of selling goats by providing the necessary support for the goat rearing business, and last, establishing a new organization and building its organization. So if you look at this table, I'll just zoom it for a bit so that everyone can see. I hope everyone can see the table. So if you look at the leftmost column of the table, you can see those actually are the benefits given to the villagers or the beneficiaries, as we can say. So the benefits are goats, bucks, vaccines, insurances, trainings, JLGs, compost beds, chaff cutter, fodder cutter, etc. And the whole table, that is the whole cost, is divided between the beneficiaries and the organization. So how? That we're going to see now. So 10% cost of the whole project is incurred on the beneficiaries, whereas the 90% of the whole cost of the project is contributed by the organization itself. Let's take an example of a goat. So one goat on an average costs near about 10,000 rupees. So here 10% of 10,000 is 1,000 rupees. So 1,000 rupees will be incurred on the beneficiary, whereas the rest of the amount, that is 9,000, will be incurred or contributed by the organization itself. So guys, I do have a very interesting video of goat distribution. That is my in hand, or what I can say, the lived experience there as an intern with the organization. So I'll be proceeding with the video. Hello, so today we are going to see the goat distribution process, the procedure. So firstly, all of the beneficiaries are made to sit here this way. They are given the instructions how to take care of the new Usmanimati goat. a different breed, which is not the local one, which is not the indigenous one. So it needs special attention. After taking the required forms, filling up of the required forms, they are called up to get their coats one by one. Here you can see a lot of coats. So in the first trip, they have arranged 50 number of coats. You can see this. Here, then the weight is taken. This is how the weight is taken. So this particular coat weighs 3.5 kg, no, 3 kg. I'm sorry, it's 39 kg. And then there is an insurance tag which is pinned to their ear. This is the mechanism.
क्या नंबर इसका?
Here's the tag. And finally the beneficiary has gotten her good along with the tag. So I hope the video has given you the insight and in-depth details of how exactly the organization functions in livelihood sector. Let's move ahead to the watershed management sector. So as you can see the table, it's on the leftmost column of the table. There are benefits given to the beneficiaries like wells, bore wells, solar system on well, gabion structures, LBS, gully plugs, L-type CCTs, etc. Whereas here as well, the same way, near about 10% of the total cost is incurred on the beneficiaries, whereas the rest of the 90% cost is incurred on the farmers. Let's take an example of a well. As you can see here, the total target number of the wells is 34, whereas there has to be a group of 5 formed for one well, and they will have to contribute 50,000 amongst them, whereas 3 lakh rupees will be contributed by the organization itself. So in the same way, the rest of the table follows as well. So here in this picture, you can see the gabion structures and even the LBS structures. You guys can go and Google it, what exactly are these gabion structures and the LBS, because it will take a lot of time to explain all of these things and why do we need this, especially in the mountainous region. You can also see the gully plugs and the L-type CCTs. Let's move ahead to the agricultural sector. So this table explains the function of the organization. Again, in the same way, the leftmost column tells the benefits given to the villagers or the beneficiaries, such as the mandap sheti, the drip mulching, shed net, polyhouses, emergency sheds, etc., etc. And the whole, again, the 10% cost is near about 10% cost is incurred on the beneficiaries, and 90% is on the organization. So, as let's take an example of the mandap sheti, where 700 rupees per beneficiaries are needed, whereas 40,000 rupees will be incurred or contributed by the organization. So here are some pictures about mandap sheti, as you can see that. Then mulching, as you can see before mulching and after mulching. Even you can see the pictures of shed net and the polyhouses. Last but not the least, let's move ahead to the institution building. So why do we need an institution building? The answer is to get the recognition. A group with common interests will come together and work for the cooperative benefits. So it will be used as a tool to provide the channels for marketing their produce and hence eventually elevate their income. So this table explains FPCs and the VDCs, as you can see in the leftmost column. What is FPC? FPC is the farmers, producers, companies, as most of us know, whereas VDC was the Village Development Committee. So this organization has a plan to install one FPC per cluster. So one cluster contained 500 members. Sorry, one FPC contained 500 members. Why do we need an FPC? Again, let's go into the details of why do we need it. So the farmers producers company will be of the farmers, for the farmers, and by the farmers. So it will help farmers reduce or negate the intervention of the traders, who only should fix the rate of the goods according to their benefits and not to the farmers' benefits. So the production can be directly either exported or sent to the city markets through FPCs. They will also enjoy being the owners of the FPCs. In fact, they will also be getting the training from the FSCs. So their target is to link 500 farmers to this FPC. So this is their long-term vision. So guys, this is it. I hope I made you understand how does an NGO function with the help of my own experience as an intern. So I'll be coming up with more videos like this. Thank you for watching my video. Take care.